Today's news.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. Elon Musk's $44 billion offer to buy Twitter just got a big blue check mark from its board. But there's no telling now what kind of changes could happen on the platform moving forward. CBS News tech reporter Dan Patterson.
This is all about power, influence, and putting Elon Musk at the center of the cultural zeitgeist. Look, all of this talk about free speech, that's nonsense. Musk doesn't like quote-unquote free speech any more than billionaires do. He's fired lots of people for doing the same thing he advocates.
Twitter will go private once the deal closes. The U.S. could hit Russia with more sanctions soon. CBS's Steve Dorsey is in Washington.
The White House says it's reviewing sanctions against the Kremlin, suggesting more could be in store. Press Secretary Jen Psaki.
No one is safe from our sanctions.
But so far, the U.S. has avoided targeting Russian President Vladimir Putin's girlfriend and mother to 3 of his children. Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny is among those calling for action against her. Even Putin's 2 adult daughters have been sanctioned. Steve Dorsey, CBS News, the White House.
The Supreme Court is now considering whether a school district in Washington state violated the Constitution by getting rid of a coach for praying on the field. Defense attorney Paul Clement.
The record is clear that Coach Kennedy was fired for that midfield prayer, not for any earlier practices.
A judge in New York has fined and found former President Trump in contempt of court for ignoring a subpoena from the state's attorney general. The office is investigating Trump's business dealings and wanted financial and phone records by the end of March. The family of a 14-year-old is now suing operators of a deadly thrill ride in Orlando.
The family is suing more than a dozen defendants, including the ride's owners and the company that leases the space for it. An engineering firm hired by the state has concluded the ride's operators adjusted the safety harness to allow Tyree Sampson on the ride, even though he far exceeded the manufacturer's weight limit. Attorney Michael Haggard.
That violates every industry standard that the amusement park industry has. Should have never been done.
Haggard says there were safer alternative designs that could have prevented the boy's death. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
President Biden hosted the Tampa Bay Lightning at the White House to help celebrate not 1, but 2 Stanley Cup championships. Lightning owner Jeff Vinik.
It's been a long time coming for the Lightning. After 3 championships, so I feel.
The president
Well, is that today's news? Is it? Well, you'll have to stay tuned and hold your breath through the tunnel. You know that one.
News on Odyssey. News, music, sports.
Yeah, well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cab News Adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.
Okay.